Hello and welcome back to Brainwaves. In this episode, we're going to discuss an important topic that's relevant to content creators everywhere: correcting mistakes in our previous videos. Making a mistake is a natural part of the creative process, but it can be frustrating and disheartening to realize that we've published something that contains an error. In the following segments, we'll be discussing different methods that can be used to correct mistakes and how to avoid making them in the first place. So, let's get started. When we share information or opinions, it is important to ensure they are accurate, relevant, and up-to-date. However, sometimes mistakes do happen, and they can have a negative impact on the audience. It is essential to acknowledge the mistake, apologize and take responsibility for it. If we make a mistake in one of our previous videos, we want to make it right. We'll do this by acknowledging the mistake, apologizing sincerely, and explaining what we got wrong and how we'll correct it. We at Brainwaves want to ensure we provide the most accurate information possible in our videos. Sometimes we might make an error in presenting the facts or interpretation of the subject, so we apologize for any confusion we might have caused. It is our responsibility to clarify the mistake and ensure that our viewers can trust what we say moving forward. We take full responsibility for the mistake, and we are committed to doing better in the future. After we acknowledge our mistake and apologize genuinely, it's time to provide accurate and corrected information to our audience. This can be a great opportunity to provide new insights, explore the issue in more detail, and make the video more informative and enriching. We'll analyze the issue and set the record straight by presenting the correct and accurate information. We'll present the subject matter in depth, include reliable sources, and add detailed explanations wherever necessary to clear any misunderstandings. The corrected information will be relevant to the original topic and directly related to the mistake made. To ensure accuracy and clarity, we will double-check all our sources and scrutinize the details carefully before presenting them in the video. Our goal is to communicate the information effectively in a way that our audience can understand and engage with. We take our responsibility to provide accurate information to our viewers very seriously. With this in mind, we want to clarify how the mistake occurred, what went wrong, and how we are being proactive to ensure it doesn't happen again. We'll explain in detail what happened, our thought process while making the video, any assumptions we made, and how we missed the issue. We want our audience to understand the whole process and to know that we are taking this mistake seriously and will take proactive steps to ensure it doesn't happen again. To prevent the same mistake from happening in the future, we will put additional measures in place. We'll include steps, such as having a fact-checking process in place, multiple people reviewing the video before it is published, and maintaining high editorial standards. We'll also look at feedback from our viewers and take their suggestions and comments seriously to improve the quality of our content. It is our commitment to ensure that we deliver valuable and accurate information that our viewers trust and rely on. Annotations or text overlays can be beneficial for a number of reasons. Firstly, it can be used to correct any mistake that has been made in a previous video. This can be done by adding a text overlay addressing the mistake and providing the correct information. It's important to acknowledge and correct a mistake as soon as possible, and this helps you do it while still keeping your audience informed. Secondly, annotations or text overlays can be used to add context or clarification to what you're saying. You could add additional information to complement what you're discussing, highlight key points, or even give definitions of industry jargon. This can help your audience to better engage with your content and understand what it is that you're trying to communicate. Lastly, adding annotations or text overlays can increase the visual appeal of your video. By using different colors, designs, and sizes, you can make your video look more engaging and draw attention to key parts of the content. Overall, annotations or text overlays can be a helpful tool to improve the accuracy, presentation, and enjoyment of your videos. Adding annotations or text overlays can be done easily by following these steps. Firstly, log into your YouTube account and open Creator Studio. Then, select the video you want to add annotation or text overlay to and click on the Annotations section. Here, you can select the type of annotation you want to add, whether it be speech bubbles, notes, spotlights, or labels. Next, choose the time segment where you want to place the annotation and set the duration. A pop-up box will appear where you can add the text content you want to include in your annotation. You can also customize the text size, color and font depending on your preferences. Finally, save the annotation and publish your video. It's important to review your video after publishing to ensure that the annotations are appearing at the correct time and delivering the intended message. This can be done by selecting the Preview button in the Annotations editor. That's all it takes to add annotations or text overlays to your video. Adding annotations or text overlays can be an effective tool when used correctly. Here are some best practices to consider before adding annotations or text overlays to your videos. Firstly, practice restraint when it comes to using annotations. Having too many annotations can lead to distracting and cluttered visuals which may take away from the content of your video. Instead, focus on using annotations or text overlays to highlight key information or to correct mistakes. Secondly, consider the placement of your annotations or text overlays. Make sure that they do not obstruct any important visuals or distract from important audio. Choose positions that complement your visuals and make your annotation blend seamlessly with the video content. Thirdly, use clear and concise language when adding text to your annotations. Use simple words and avoid technical jargon to reach a wide audience. Fourthly, always review your video with annotations or text overlays included to see if they fit cohesively with the video style and aesthetics. Finally, remember that annotations or text overlays can be a great tool when used effectively, but they should never replace or detract from the core substance and value of your video content. It's easy for anyone to make a mistake, and the Brainwaves team is no exception. In our previous video, we made a mistake. When we reviewed the video again, we realized that we had given some incorrect information about a particular topic. We take accuracy very seriously, and we knew we had to correct this mistake right away. So, we took a closer look at the information we had presented in the video, and did further research to make sure we had accurate, up-to-date information. It was important to us to not only correct the mistake but also to provide our viewers with the correct information. In the next section, we'll discuss how we created an updated version of the video with the corrected information. When we identified the mistake, we knew that we had to create an updated version of the video with the corrected information. We started by completely rewriting the script for the section that contained the mistake, making sure that we had all of the facts straight. We did additional research on the topic to make sure that we had all of the latest and most accurate information. Once we had a new script in place, we recorded the new audio and video for that section. We also made sure that the new footage matched the rest of the video in terms of quality, tone and style. We made sure that the video had a seamless flow and didn't disrupt the viewing experience for our audience. In addition to correcting the mistake, we made sure that the new footage was informative and engaging for our viewers. In the next section, we'll discuss how we replaced the old video with the updated one. Once we had created the updated version of the video, we knew we had to replace the old video with the corrected version. We uploaded the new video to our hosting platform and gave it the same title and description as the old video, so viewers would be able to find it easily. We also included a note in the description of the new video, explaining that the previous version contained an error and that this was the corrected version. We encouraged viewers who had seen the old version to watch the new one to ensure they had the most accurate information. We then removed the old video from our channel, so that viewers would not be able to find it. We made sure that the new video was available on all our social media platforms and sent out an email notification to our subscribers about the new video. It was important for us to be transparent with our viewers and take responsibility for our mistake. We also wanted to make sure that our viewers had access to the most accurate and up-to-date information possible. In the end, we were proud that we had taken this step to correct the mistake and improve the quality of our content. This is the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and we hope you found it informative and helpful. In the world of content creation, factual errors are bound to happen. It doesn't matter how thorough or diligent the research, writers and producers are still subject to human error. This is why it's important to have a plan in place for correcting mistakes. Viewers trust and rely on the accuracy of the information presented in Brainwaves videos. When we recognize that an earlier video may have contained incorrect or misleading information, it's our responsibility to correct that mistake. Failure to do so could undermine the trust that has been built with our audience. Inaccurate information can also lead to serious consequences, such as medical or financial harm, and can damage the reputation of both the channel and the individuals involved. This is why adding a correction or clarification to the beginning of the video is so crucial. It demonstrates a commitment to providing accurate and trustworthy information to our viewers. So, how do we add a correction or clarification to the beginning of the video? First and foremost, it's important to be transparent with our audience. We want to clearly state what we got wrong and what we're doing to fix it. Second, we want to ensure that the correction or clarification is easily visible and accessible to viewers. One way to do this is to add a text overlay or a disclaimer at the beginning of the video. This text should clearly state what was incorrect in the previous video and what the correct information is. Additionally, a call to action can be added to encourage viewers to check out any updated or additional resources in the video description or comments section. Another option is to create a follow-up video addressing the issue and linking it back to the original video for context. Regardless of how it's done, the correction or clarification should be added as soon as possible to all versions of the video, including versions uploaded to other platforms such as social media or our website. Adding a correction or clarification is not just about fixing an error, it's also an opportunity to build credibility with our audience. Here are some best practices to keep in mind when adding a correction or clarification to a video. First, be timely. The longer we wait to correct a mistake, the greater the risk of misinformation spreading. Second, be specific. Clearly state what was incorrect in the previous video and what the correct information is. Third, be clear about the correction or clarification. Make sure the text or overlay explaining the correction is easy to read and positioned prominently in the video. Fourth, avoid defensive or dismissive language. Taking responsibility for mistakes and thanking viewers for bringing it to our attention can go a long way in building trust. Fifth, minimize confusion. Avoid introducing too many new or unrelated concepts in a correction or clarification. Rather, stick to the topic at hand and provide additional resources for context. Lastly, learn from our mistakes. Take the time to identify why the mistake happened and what can be done to prevent it in the future. By keeping these best practices in mind, we can add corrections and clarifications in a way that builds credibility and trust with our audience. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Brainwaves. In this segment, I want to address a mistake that we made in one of our previous videos. It's important to us that we acknowledge our errors, take responsibility for them, and work to improve. We value our audience and believe that it's essential to maintain transparency and honesty, so today we're going to set the record straight. The mistake we made pertains to a statement we made in our previous video about topic. In that video, we stated that information or fact, which upon further research, turned out to be incorrect. We understand that this error may have led to some confusion or frustration for our viewers, and we want to correct it as quickly and transparently as possible. We take full responsibility for providing misinformation and apologize to anyone who may have been affected negatively by it. Moving forward, we will be more diligent in our research, fact-checking, and editing to ensure that we provide you with accurate and unbiased information. Once again, we want to apologize for any confusion caused by our mistake. We understand that our viewers rely on us for accurate information, and we can assure you that we take that responsibility seriously. We value our viewers and their trust, and we will do better going forward to ensure that we provide you with reliable and truthful content. Thank you for bringing this error to our attention, and for your patience and understanding as we work to improve. If you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to us in the comments or by sending us a message. We appreciate your feedback and look forward to bringing you better content in the future. That's all for today's episode of Brainwaves. We hope that the information we've provided has been helpful to you in your content creation journey. Remember, making mistakes is a normal part of the learning process, and correcting those mistakes can be even more valuable than avoiding them altogether. By using the tips and strategies we've discussed, you can ensure that your future videos are as polished and error-free as possible. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more great content from Brainwaves.